gone through in the last 3 years that, when he came back and performed straight away in the Ashes, he's, mentally very strong, very tough. He knows that times he's going to be criticised, and he's handled that supremely well, not only this week, but since he's come back into our side. So if anything, I think he feeds off it. His statistics will speak for themselves, and we'll see the best of Steve Smith again this week. And the second part of that question, like I said the other day, we set high expectations for ourselves. Last week we didn't meet them. And when you do that, then you leave yourself open for criticism. And like I said, we've copped that on the chin. We're now looking forward to this test match, controlling what we can control, which has been our preparation and the way we go about this test. So we can't wait for tomorrow. Yeah, Will Pucovski won't play tomorrow. So he's tried to train this morning, didn't quite come up. So he'll have a bit of work to do, I imagine, with our medicos to see where he goes from here. But I think he's obviously missing this test match. Marcus Harris will replace him. And I think there'll be some discussions around Will's recovery and what that looks like. I'm not too sure at the moment. As I said, he's literally just had a fitness test then and didn't get up. So they'll be talking about that now. But Marcus Harris will come in, open the batting, and we're looking forward to seeing what he can do. Yeah, I've said lots of times, like every test match now with the test championship is important in terms of where our team wants to be at. And again, every test match you play for Australia as an individual is a huge test match. Everyone's playing for spots, playing for careers. So it's a serious business every time you go to play for Australia. And we're aware that this is a big test match. There's no doubt about that. But it doesn't change the way we'll go about it. Doesn't change the way we prepare. Doesn't change the way we'll try and play. We've just got to try and execute on skill. And again, I've said it many times, we feel like when we do that, we can beat any team in the world. No, I think he's bowled okay. Again, I thought in Adelaide in the first test match, he created heaps of chances that didn't go to hand. I felt the same the other day. I thought he bowled beautifully. And had I caught a couple, it's a completely different story for him. But look, I mean, Nathan Lyon played 100 test matches. That's not easy to do. It means you're the top of the tree in terms of how good he is. I don't think that's changed. I don't think it will change. And to see him play 100 tests tomorrow is an amazing achievement from a guy who was, I think, plucked off a roller at the Adelaide Oval. So, no, I'm not seeing any decline in him. Sometimes you get wickets and sometimes you don't. It's still coming out of his hand beautifully. As you touched on, I think at times the Indians have played him very well. But again, at times, what we felt, or we know, looking at the footage, he created a lot of chances. Some just not quite going to him, and some we've dropped. So we expect again that he will have a huge role to play in this test. Well, first, I haven't seen those comments at all from Alyssa, but and to be fair, I haven't heard any complaints from the Indian players. We're all aware of what we signed up for, and I think it's been challenging for everyone. Probably more so for them because they're in a different country and away from their families. So, I certainly understand the difficulties that the Indians are going through. We've had Steve Smith, David Warner and Pat Cummins have been in the same shoes as them for the same amount of time. So, it's a difficult thing, but again, I haven't heard anything directly from the Indian players, nor does it really affect the way we're going to go about things tomorrow. Well, I have, but I'm not going to go into it and get in a back and forth with Sonny Gabba. I don't think I'm going to win that. So, look, he's entitled to his opinion. It doesn't affect us one iota. If anything, I think it's adding to the test match, which is great. So Sonny can keep saying what he wants to say, but at the end of the day, it's absolutely nothing to do with it. Again, I'll be being myself. I think I've now played, don't even know how many tests I've played, but I think I've gone about it in a pretty consistent fashion. I think 99% of the time I said, the other day I let the moment get to me, which is a very rare thing. Bit of a blip on the radar, but as I've said, I've copped that on the chin. I'll look to come out this week and play competitive test cricket as I always do, and if there's a bit of banter to be said, then I'm always up for that. I've just got to be aware of the stump mics and be a bit more respectful of the umpires, officials, and the players I'm against. But yeah, I certainly enjoy engaging in that. I find it good fun, and I think it's part of the game. Just got to be careful with where I take it, and I fully understand that. Yeah, absolutely. It's what I'm expecting. So much so I haven't even been out there to have a look at it. So I think the Gabba wicket's been, a brilliant wicket for Test cricket forever. So we don't expect that to change. From a distance, it looks like it always does. It looks like a magnificent wicket. It's a great place to play Test cricket. So, our boys are excited to be back here at the Gabba. We love playing here. And one of the main reasons is because of that wicket. So I find this a good place to come and play because I don't have to go and look at it. I know what it's going to be like.